for all these drivers. Definitely they want to win. They want to be the one on top. And Star especially would want to win, being in that top 3 of the championship. He wants to take the lead and be the driver coming into the next weekend on top of that championship. Because let me tell you, you want to be the one leading. You want to be the one that's the champion material. Surely these guys are championship material. Not only these two, but surely at least from here to the top 5. And Navaf, who was the championship leader, just retired from the race. Sad enough for him. Will the Red Bull have DRS? Yes, he will have DRS. As again, on to lap 12 we go. They're still on the same medium tire with DRS. The Red Bull. Let's see how he goes. He goes down the inside line. Yes, he makes the move. This time the move should be sticking. The Mercedes is still right on the rear wing of Star. Bera is still on the rear wing of Mercedes, the Red Bull. But let's see how good it's going to be and for how long it's going to be as these guys keep switching positions from P1 to P2 with the help of some DRS. As we go down the grid, is there some action? Powerlight losing positions to Bourne. Okay, as we have Denny in P9. Nice. We earlier saw Denny making a move to P13 and he's now in P9. That's nice. That's going to be fun for this guy. Let's see how it goes. As Daft as a penalty as Liam in P11. Liam in P11 is Phil P13. Phil P13, kind of a lonely race for the guy as well. But let's see how it goes as... Ooh, yes, every driver is half a second the gap from P1 to P2. Again, the escape gap is going to shrink as we've completed now lap 12s with these drivers fighting. As with DRS again, these guys are going to keep switching positions to the end of the race. And as again, sweetly goes round the outside. The Mercedes, has he made the move stick? No, he hasn't. As down the inside line, the Red Bull head. He goes for it as Beer is right behind still, but I don't think he's going to stick his nose in for a risky move there. Ooh, almost into the back. Almost lost the car and into the back of Bera or Star. But let's see how good Stas can do. Great, I mean, so far I've really been impressed with the defensive tactique of Stas. He's been really taking inside lines and lines that would make it even harder for the driver behind to overtake you, because that's what you really need, especially when you're in the race lead. You do not want to leave the position. You do not want to lose the lead. You do not want to apparently lose the race as well, because if you lose the lead at one point, you lose the momentum. That's really hard, but surely these guys aren't losing any momentum. They do have the momentum for it, as the rear wing of the Mercedes is again... Okay, this time it's... I think it's open, yes. Or maybe it wasn't open, because he wasn't close enough to overtake, and I do think if he did have DRS, maybe it would have been close enough. P4 for Nerobel still staying there. He isn't really fighting, he's just relying on others to maybe make these mistakes. As you see a yellow flag. Oh, yes, we catch. That's Phil. Phil with another spin. Okay. Oh, crash! That's a crash. He hits Crepetria, the Red Bull, the Alfa Romeo driver, and loses himself the front wing. Well, let's see what he can do. He's doing fine. Maybe going into the pits and coming back with a new wing. As comes out is the Haas driver. Okay, the championship. Oh, the gap is 6/10, really the longest so far with the start to the start of the race. Lap 14 of 36. Yes, this time the Mercedes does have the DRS, but no, not close enough. So surely the tactic for the Stars would become... Oh, Ports! That's amazing. Ports just... Okay, I think he came out of the pits, if I'm not wrong. Yes, he did. And if he has came out of the pits... But did he? I think he started on the... Okay, did not came out of the pits. He's already done 14 laps on this tire, so... Pit window is not really open for any other driver yet, unless you crashed. Okay, so the bottom 3 have pitted, but we see activity in the pit lane. We shouldn't be looking at that for now, as yeah, Ports is just settling in for a podium, or maybe in the ending laps there will be fights for that top 3 as well. But okay, yes, Bera still in the lead, lap 15 out of 36. 3/10, 4/10 the gap now. Let's see, it's really been fine between these. Ooh, they're just let it by a lapped car with DRS. Will it be DRS there? Yes, it will be. And the Ferrari driver is also coming in there as, okay, there's more cars on track, but definitely not. Ooh, yes. As these guys fight, the Ferrari comes. Okay, so that's not Ports. We did saw Ferrari coming out of the pits, but that was not Ports. That was Miravu a lap down on the leaders. Absolutely amazing. I'm telling ya, I've commentated on many races before, but this is the longest. This is really the fight, and this is pretty much the longest. I've never had to keep quiet. I had to keep talking. And okay, one of the Ripple just gets out of the way, getting out of your teammate. And ooh, or there's someone going wide, but I think these are okay. So now traffic, they're coming through traffic as well. That's a bit disappointing for the leaders. Ooh, as Hornet, yes, that's great. Okay, so Hornet, no. A yellow flag for the second sector. Lap 16, we go on to 17, and again there will be indeed DRS as he's right behind the Ripple now. This time he could be up for a move, and round the outside goes the Mercedes. Nothing the Ripple could do, but can he fight back again just in a bit? But let's see how it goes as we go on to lap 17. Just waited, just kept the pace up and back into the race lead. 16 laps on this tire. As I said, they should be at least doing 20 laps on this. But let's see how it goes. We should be expecting the pit windows to be opening soon. Nice, the Mercedes driver just keeping it smooth, keeping it clean as we're coming again. This is not really a long track, so only 110, 112 the lap times around, and it's amazing. Like, you just in a bit, you have a few corners, and then you're back at the main straight. We're seeing the battle. We're seeing the battle for the lead from the start of the race to go from P1 to P2, from Bera to Stoss, from Bera to Stoss, and it's Bera now again. But can Stoss come back? The gap is more than 5/10. Ooh, okay. As we see some activity in the pit lane. No undercut for these guys. No undercut. No opposite to the car ahead, and hard compound tire goes for stop. Let's see what's for Bera, as also the same hard compound tire as Orrible takes the lead of the race. That was interesting, as both of them jumped in the pit lane exactly at the same time. So now both of them would in fact, they'll be getting some traffic as well, and both of them in fact would have the same no temperature in the tires. I think Stoss maybe would have tried to getting the position, but I think it was kind of a right decision, because if you do not want to lose time to the car ahead, surely. So this is the lead, as the cars ahead have not pitted. None of them have pitted yet. The cars ahead. So definitely Bera now leading, but he's going to be ever closer to Stoss. So Stoss would be getting DRS, and that'll be only help and betterment for Stoss, really not losing any time to Bera, and also just same tires, you know, some same laps of tires as they just pitted, and they will be keen to put temperature in the tires as they're getting traffic. Really getting traffic, as the Mercedes was super close to the Williams. There Stoss was really looking to make a move, and this time he does have DRS, but the Mercedes does as well. Can the DRS of Mercedes be enough to keep him? There's only 2 cars, but there's more cars out there, as through goes Mercedes on the Williams. That is interesting, as there is now a car between the leaders. The car of... Okay. So that's a lapped car, my bad. No, that is not a lapped car, as they're fighting in currently in P3 and P5 as through goes Red Bull as well. There must have been a bit of a lost time for the Red Bull staying behind the Williams, and he's still not backing out. Okay, there's no battery left for the wow, this could be good. I mean, the Mercedes is really doing a great battery management, whereas the Red Bull isn't. He really hasn't got much battery left. 0 to only 6%. That is not going to be enough, even if you have DRS. Maybe you'll need a bit of a battery assistant. Let's see how it goes into the main straight as the leaders. Okay, the leaders, these guys are not the leaders. The other guys that are leading haven't pitted yet. Okay, will the Mercedes be using the DRS? No, he is not. Okay, not the DRS. Bera goes fastest. That's great. 111.7 even on the hard compounded tire. He's saving ERS. He did not use any of that, but still stayed ahead. Lap 20 of 36. And these guys from lap 1, it's been from sprint. It's pretty much like 48 laps in total. So from qualifying to the sprint to the main race, and lap 20 laps we are into this, and these guys are still fighting for the race lead. So this is going to be the main thing, as Hornet is P7. I think he's pitted, so that's good. What about Phil? He's just right behind Liam. That is nice. Again, it's just amazing that just a few corners and you're back to the main starters. Lap 21. Shall be coming as the Red Bull will have DRS. He in fact does. Okay, he will have DRS. The Mercedes is not using any ERS at all. He still wants to keep it as round the outside. Maybe a move and a cut try for the Red Bull, but no, that's not. It's not going there. I mean, I was just talking about the defensive technique of Stoss, but surely Bera has not stayed behind as well. He's keeping up with him, keeping up with this defensive technique, and knows what to do, and surely he is saving the ERS. He's trying to save it, keeping it in between 40 to 50%, so when it's needed, he's going to go for it. He's going to smash it. Because if you look at Stoss, he's now maybe saving a little bit, but only on 14%. So even if he gets ahead, that's not going to be good. So I think key for Stoss would be here is just to stay behind as long as you can. Then maybe in the last laps of the Grand Prix overtake the leader. So that could be nice. But for that, you need to save the battery on. But so far, Bera is taking it. Let's see how it goes as lap 22 we will go on to as the leaders. Ooh, Ports! Ports receive a 5-second time penalty as a Red Bull is right behind. Stoss is right behind. Ooh, through goes. Yes, he goes through. Bera did not use any of the battery, but he just lets Stoss through. That's a great one. Nice one from Stoss there. Don't rule him out. He said, whatever you can do, I can do better. Let's see how he can do. Yes! Lap 22 of 36. Just into the last few laps of the Grand Prix now, as Rubble is still leading the Grand Prix. Still 21 lap old medium tires. Port was having a great race, but can he do now? He's just received a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's on the soft tire. That's nice. But these guys have really been the focus of the race. They're the main limelight of the race. Ooh, it's Phil. Phil is right behind Liam. He's still behind. Okay, that's a lapped car in between those two. There's not much action going down the field. As yes, okay, these guys again. So a Rubble, they will be wanting a Rubble to pit. He's still not pitting. As through comes the Mercedes driver with the rear wing wide open. Can he make a move? Make a move down the inside line? No, he cannot. He's surely not making any cheeky moves or taking risks, because surely to finish first you need to finish. At least you wouldn't want to lose that, and unless it's last few laps remaining, you would do it. We're on lap 23 of 36, so many laps remaining still. Ooh, Born Born Bepril goes for fastest on the medium tire, but he puts in the fastest lap. That's interesting to see someone not in the racing in the leading cars still putting the fight. That's in fact nice, because that tells how good the quality of the drivers here are. Really, from P1 to P12, it's just 8 seconds. Just 8 seconds, considering... I'm saying just 8 seconds because I've seen people drive from the gap from P1 to P2 to 8 seconds as well. So that's at least impressive in terms of that. Again, around the main corner, around the last corner. Red Bull doesn't have the battery, and yes, he's using it, just using a little bit with the help of DRS, little ERS, and round the outside. But has he made the move stick? And round the outside goes the Mercedes, but too close, super close. Ooh, just keeps it there. Good job from the Red Bull. Stoss didn't move out, didn't back out, and keeps the lead. As Ports puts in the fastest lap point, as he is on the soft compound tire. But can he make that compound stay till the end of the race? Because still more than 10 laps remaining, and it should be interesting to see if he can do that. Currently P4 with a 5-second penalty, but gap behind is 6.5 seconds. And yes, Nobril, okay, yes, Rubel still not pitting. I mean, maybe he's playing with the, ooh, so there was a little wide run, but Rubel, when is he going to pit? But let's see how it goes. Ooh, oh yes, the leaders are. Rubel did not pit, but the leaders are now just within a second of Rubel again, without him pitting. I don't know why didn't he pit earlier as the Mercedes. Look at the gap. Okay, the Red Bull has got the DRS, but the Mercedes is super right close behind the Red Bull, and round the outside he goes with the hell. Okay, both are on DRS. Who will go late on the brakes? As down the inside line goes the Red Bull. Stoss surely keeping the place still to himself. Wow, this was something nice. Lap 25 out of 36. So we're only around about 11 to 12 laps now to the end. These guys on, oh yes. So Rubel did pit. He's onto the pits and exiting P5. That's going to be nice with the soft tires to himself. And now these guys are into the lane, into P1 and P2. All the talk, all the fighting throughout the Grand Prix is going to be seen in the last laps of the Grand Prix to see what one of these can do. These have driven greatly, driven amazingly, and surely Stoss with Navaf out of the race, out of the Grand Prix, no more points for him, so surely Stoss would be wanting to do that and lead the championship, but let's see how it goes. Ooh, again with DRS round the outside. Again, ooh, we cannot make the move. But let's see how it goes. I think it's been kind of repetitive action, so we're going to go... Ooh, that's nice. It's Atu and a Rubel. As round the outside goes a Rubel of Atu. But as he made the mistake, yes, Atu on old tires. Or right away making progress as there's a safety car. Okay, Rubel made the move stick back to P4, and that's going to be nice as his move is surely now making sense as he's already in P4, and with that safety car he's going to be closer to the leaders as well. Okay, Liam, yes, Liam is out of the race, so that must have been a Liam crash, I think, yes. Okay, nice job from Phil, he's back into P13. Keeping up the race nice. I just said Phil is doing a great job, receives another penalty for speeding as Daft into the soft tire. A lot of pit lane activity, but will the leaders risk it? Will they risk it? Still 10 more laps, and surely it will be less than 10 as the safety car will go into the pit lane. But will they risk it? Will they lose track position just for the soft compounded tire? Will they do it? And yes, the Red Bull is diving into the pits. That should be for the softer compound tire as Bera stays out, but I believe so. How many positions Stoss loses? He does have good enough pace, and oh yes. Okay, so Port's also coming in to pay the penalty he must have had and fit in a new set of soft tires. And absolutely amazing. Great. Okay, so Arubel goes around the outside, but yes, only one position. That is absolutely amazing. Has Stas just made the big brain move here? With less than 10 laps to the end of the safety car now, and Stas had made a move for the soft compound tire with Vera lined up old hard tires. This is, let me tell you, this is going to be night and day difference for the pace. For how long, you don't know. Maybe you just want to save the tires, you don't want to ruin the soft tires, because if you do them, they'll be done within just 2 to 3 laps. But if you keep them good, save them, and to the ending part of the Grand Prix, let me tell you, you would be loving it. Because really, Stas, I feel like, yes, Stas really making the move that would benefit not only him, but surely the Red Bull team as well. I think Red Bull, how good the AlphaTauri drivers are as a team, they were doing great in the sprint. We get to see as the championship leader was led by around the last ending of the Grand Prix, but let's see how it goes. One of them is out already, and we've lost 2 drivers from the Grand Prix so far. Yes, we've lost Liam and Navaf. Now. Ooh, okay, it's a McLaren. He goes through, it's a lapped car, so he doesn't need to be behind there. As what happened there? For Phil. 5-second penalty for like ignoring yellow flags. Okay, we'll just focus on what we're supposed to. And let me tell you, now Bera would be thinking, what did I just do? What did I just do not pitting? But let's see how it goes. It could be a wrong decision, but I don't think you can go wrong in the ending laps of the Grand Prix and you choose to go for the soft tire, having lost no positions at all. But let's see how it will end. It will end. It depends if, like, surely we're seeing, like, they're overtaking one another every lap now and then, but will Stas able to make everything out of it? You know, will he be able to pull away? Will he be able to pull away? Like, I think the longest gap was like 6 to 7 tenths so far between the leaders. So can he go more? Can he go better? Because with this soft tire and the hard compound tire, you should at least be doing better lap times and faster. At least the gap should be more than 1 second now. Will he be able to pull him out of the DRS range? Let's see. As you're already on lap 28, will the safety car be in this lap? We'll just get to know how this goes, as I don't think so, but yeah. Okay, so no indication of safety car coming in this lap. So that's going to be 29 laps. 29 laps behind the safety car, which will be interesting. So with that'll mean only 6 to 7 laps to the end of the Grand Prix, and yeah, that'll be really interesting, mate. Really interesting to see. This was a great battle. This is an amazing race, really, with the 12 laps of the sprint and 36 lap are yet to be done. A safety car is still going on, so 29 laps around would be with the safety car. As into lap 30, we should be going on with the safety car. Sorry, without the safety car though, and the leader, Stas. I'm really excited. Okay, don't rule out one thing, which is not only Stas on the soft tire, but it is behind the safety car, Ports in P4 with only 2 lap old soft tires. He also just pitted behind the safety car. With Arubel also with the soft as well as Stas as well. So this is kind of McLaren Silverstone 2022, that he's on the hard tire and everyone behind him is on the soft tire. So this could be him, either Vera either losing all the positions, or maybe he's good enough. Maybe, no, maybe I'm underestimating him. He can show everyone what he can do. He's surely so far showing what he can do, fighting with the race leader, but let's see how it happens to the end of the race. Oh my god, okay, so the safety car is, okay, yes, we've just had the had the race control safety car in this lap. Everyone's super slowing down. Let's see what he can do. So Bera could not really nail last time out a safety car start, Let's see what he can do now. He's super slow, absolutely slow, but he should begin with everyone now behind. Yes, super slow. He's just, I wonder if that's on purpose or okay, yeah, or it's just being done for the safety car so far, to be seen how good the safety car can do. Okay, not the safety car, sorry, but okay, how good can he do? As he should be accelerating now. Will he accelerate? He's not doing it yet. He's not doing it yet, and he does it now. Yes, and now it's gonna be fun. Lap 30, we go on to the hard tire. Ooh, I thought he was gonna pin or something. He moves to the right hand side to save himself the position. Ooh, super close now. Arubel as well. Arubel is super close with the top 10 as well. Sorry, the top 3 within 1 second. That is gonna be nice. The soft tire is gonna be having super traction. Super more and better traction is round the outside goes the Ripple driver. You can see how good the traction for the Ripple would be as through goes AlphaTauri. Through goes Arubel. Wow, that was awesome as well. Through he went, and that is nice. As I was saying, that Bera, oh yes, Ports as well. He's now losing to Ports. It's Silverstone 2020 all over again. But I knew that. I was saying, just as I said, not only he's gonna lose the lead, but he might lose to the drivers behind, as the hard tire would not be as good as the soft tire. There is okay, there is a yellow flag for sector 3. Anything we can see? Okay. Nice, he keeps it there. Already 6/10 to the car behind, 6/7 tenths. It was never this big of a gap between the two earlier. So let's see how it goes. That's top 3. Ports might have pulled it out of the box, betting. Yes, as I was saying, that why Arubel and Ports have gone so long being on that medium tire, but now it's starting to make sense as it's lap 31 out of 36. Let's see how this will end up, and let's see how this will right up with all the people, everyone around here waiting for a Stas win. The Ripple fans for the Stas win, the AlphaTauris for the Arubel, and Ports for Ferrari on the podium. Definitely Arubel will help AlphaTauri. Okay, not only AlphaTauri, but himself. He's 4th in the Drivers' Championship. Oh, another safety car. We are just going another safety car. That is absolutely not good. As okay, Will Bera. Okay, Super Trio left the session, but now let's see how it goes. As lap 32 we will go on to, and that'll be a safety car. So if the safety car stays out 3 laps, we might be having a final lap fight as the safety car goes in. Let's see how good it will be. Wow, this is absolutely amazing. Nice, it is a lap 32 we are on. All these drivers now, Stas, Arubel, Ports, and Bera, and Atu. Okay, 4 and 5 for Mercedes, that's nice. But the top three drivers, all of them on the soft tire, talented drivers, that's great. Okay, let's see how it goes. As we just had a safety car, and tell me if Bera pitted, how good it would have been him on the soft tire as well. But it's gonna be nice. We'll again see the top 3 fight with each other. It'll indeed be a nice one. As into lap 32 we will go, and I think lap 34 also would be the safety car, as we've lost now 3 drivers out of this race. Navaf, Liam, and Kripetria, with Mercedes in P16 and Stretcher in P15. Meravu, Phil still in P13. He's been consistent with the position, not losing any, not gaining, but okay. 30 lap. Oh, hard for East, as everyone pretty much on brand new tires. Yes. Denny P7. I watched one move from him and I liked it. So he's in P7. Surely he should be taking home some good points for his team as the top 3 now. I really want to safety car go in. Really want to see the battle between these 3 in fact, or maybe 4. Maybe Bera could do a fine start, but not only that, I'm just noticing that Bera could be taken up by his teammate as well. Because his teammate is on the medium tire, so at least that would be better traction than the hard compound tire. Awesome, absolutely biblical. This has been great. It's been a race of actions, race of overtakes, and race of some emotions as well for some drivers as they've been getting penalties and everything. But let's see how it goes with all these drivers rocking up the rocket ship for the championship. Yes, we're still with the safety car. Yes. So we'll go into lap 34. The safety car. Oh, okay. Thank God. The safety car is in this lap. That's absolutely nice. It doesn't stay out for 3 laps as yes, it doesn't stay out for like in fact I think it did stay out for 3 laps, but yeah, like because of not many laps now remaining, so at least 2 laps, 3 laps. Okay, we will go on to lap 34 with the safety car in this lap. We go racing with the top 3 again on the brand new set of softs, just 6 to 8 laps. Port. Let's see what can Port do. Can he overtake Arubel for 2nd place? As Arubel is right behind Stoss as he goes racing. Yes, he goes accelerating. And will it be a move? Yes, it could be a move as soon as it goes green, as he switches to the inside line from very far away. Both of them go. Ooh, good defensive technique. Through goes the Ferrari. He's tagged and he's out of the race. Huge crash. That is a huge crash as the Ferrari's now out. Wow, as he's just crashed with the Mercedes. Oh, as there is carnage here as well as Bera losing all the positions. He's lost all the possessions at 2 and Denny in P4. Will this be another safety car? This was crazy as Arubel were fighting as the Ferrari made a cheeky move. That's why you don't want to make some little down the inside line lunges if you're not sure about that. He really went for it and carnage. Bera's out. Ports and Bera himself out. All the fighting and all the racing. And Bera is already out as through goes Phil. Great move. Phil goes into points. But wow, as we're on lap 34, lap 35 is just gonna be around the corner now. We go into lap 35. No DRS for Arubel, but surely if he can try and go around the outside, he goes, but he does good defending Mr. Stoss. But I think surely Arubel is looking a good one. He knows he can't, or in fact he shouldn't go for a cheeky move, because if he does so, that could end up not only his but the race leader's race as well. Surely any points are better than nothing. Lap 35 as we see yellow flag in sector 1 as Arubel receives a time penalty. So okay, that is going to be interesting, as at 2 could be getting the gap to him is 1.7 seconds. Okay, Arubel is going to be on the podium still. But wow, he's just received a penalty, and that is going to be getting away his chances of a race win. Let's see what he can do as we are moving on to the last lap of the race, as we have the top 10 with Stoss, Arubel, 2 Denny, Powerlight, Haas drivers, P5 absolutely awesome with Daft and Bourne with okay, Daft, Hornet. Hornet goes for the move on Bourne. That must have been the move as the positions got switched. As right behind he's moving, weaving a little bit. Oh yes, he's weaving into the last race and last lap of the Grand Prix. DRS is being enabled, but not many positions or not many places you could overtake, as we've lost actually a lot of drivers this race so far with the last crash. It looks nice. It's fine as into the last lap of the Grand Prix as Phil, absolutely amazing from Phil and Hornet. The McLaren drivers had a horrible start and they're now into the lead, into the points. That's nice, but surely, okay, Denny, nice. Okay, the gap. Oh, whoa. Okay. not much gap. And yes, Orubel is maybe falling behind a little bit. Yes, he is. He's receiving warning, so not only at 2, but maybe he could lose to Danny as well. But I don't think that should happen. But let's see how it goes as around the last sector we go now. Into the last sector we go. Gap to the leader for Orubel, 1.6. Gap to car behind, 0.8. And 4.8 to P4 and Daft in P5 as round the last corner comes the Ripple driver. It was a race of emotions, race of greatness, race of absolute action as Stoss is going to come home to win the Dutch Grand Prix. Takes another victory. Stoss in second place on track. So Orubel and Atu in second place after the penalty to Orubel. P4 for absolutely great. Okay, so as the penalties applied, Daft P4. That's great. Phil, okay, but absolutely amazing. Stoss wins the Dutch Grand Prix. Another victory to his championship lead, and he should be the championship leader now as Atu wins in second place. And that's it. Absolutely great racing action. First the qualifying, then the sprint, then we came for the main race. This was absolute greatness and great actions as Danny wins the driver today, still scoring points. Great job, everyone. Great job. The rest of the drivers as well. It was a great. Also, the ones who finished the race would be awesome as well. They didn't crash, so a lot of them did. So you did a lot better than those who were good but didn't finish. Absolutely amazing. This was the most I've really talked during a race. Amazing. As we have the podium celebrations with Stoss on the top step, the Mercedes in second and the AlphaTauri in third. Here's the race order then. Stoss. Okay, let's go for the race order. Stoss at 2, Orubel, Daft, Powerlike in P4 and P6 for Danny. Absolutely nice. He had a 3-second penalty. I don't know how did the order end. Hornet in P7, Bourne P8 and P9 for Phil. Doing a good job at least. Finishing P9 with Williams. Isco in P10, Merovu P11. Stetch the Williams, Mercedes, Swiss, Bera. Okay, Swiss then completing the laps. Everyone else DNF'd, I guess so. And yes, that's it for the Grand Prix. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next week.